Durf, Taff, Peed.
Deep bad pride. 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 Deep bad pride.
Hey, what's up, stupid motherfuckers? It's Deep Fat Fried coming at you once again with TJ, Paul, and
Scabby.
Skittle, Scoopy, Skittle.
Scabby.
I forget what your actual name is.
My name is Scabby.
I just want to let everybody know.
I want to let everybody know you're a fat fucking
Well,
turd,
that's fine.
bitch.
You let them know what you want to let them know.
Good stuff.
I want to let everybody know that
That's classic
I'm
DFF
protesting.
humor.
I'm protesting
What are
this
you
episode. After this episode, or after this sentence, I won't say a word this episode.
Good.
I'm gonna be quiet. I'm doing this for world hunger.
Wow, dude.
Well, world hunger can be solved if you stop eating so goddamn much.
Well,
save some for the Africans.
I would have a witty quip for you, TJ. This is a parenthetical.
No, you wouldn't.
This is a parenthetical to my original sentence. I would have a witty quip for you, TJ, if I wasn't so committed to the cause of world hunger.
World hunger. All right.
I mean, fair enough.
And I'm not gonna say a thing.
Okay.
Starting
Paul,
now.
So Paul is going to refrain from speaking.
Yes.
Paul. Okay.
Whoa. You just. Yeah, but you just. I mean, okay. I mean, that's a little strange.
I can't do it. I'm sorry.
What now, boy?
I'm breaking kayfabe.
Let me tell you what, boy. How do you know what
I can't do
you talking about, huh?
Paul being silent and be like,
Yeah,
whoa,
silent Paul. I don't know if I can make that work.
Silent Paul. That doesn't, that's just like antithetical to the
doesn't
character.
work at all.
Yeah, it's like skinny Paul or something.
Yeah.
Like,
You guys want face tattoos? I got a fucking Sharpie. I can give you guys some face tattoos.
I'm going to pass.
no, thank you.
All right, well, I'm going to do it.
Pass.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm just going to draw myself.
A squiggly. Another squiggly.
Yeah, I just got some squigglies. Why not?
Squiggly tears.
Yes, I'm getting my squigglies. You know my squiggly, bitch?
You have squiggly Rachel Maddow tears.
I'm pissed at you, Scotty.
Okay.
I got a Scott-Evans, bitch.
Oh, shit.
Go ahead.
You know what it is?
That I'm better than you in all ways.
Yes! God damn it! Why?
I mean, we've all known that for a while, too.
Why, though, Scotty?
Oh, man, it's not the age-old
Why don't you give us
question.
your searing insight into the fucking situation, Scotty? Explain your superiority.
Well, you know, sometimes, TJ, the truth is best explained in a simple and clear way.
All right.
Just all you must simply do to understand why I'm better than you
Yeah?
is consider this small fact.
Okay.
Just look at me and look at you. I mean,
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I can see it. I can see it.
I'm a
Yeah.
sublime, superior being, TJ.
I mean, he didn't draw on his own face
Yeah.
with a Sharpie.
I'm not wearing a cat shirt, dude. I'm
Yeah.
wearing...
I'm not wearing a cat. Well, I guess it's kind of cat-like, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a-
No, that's an owl.
I think that's an owl's eyes.
it an owl?
Yeah.
Okay,
an
well,
owl.
On a,
I-
superimposed upon a
well,
woman's
you know,
face.
You know what, TJ? You just
Wow, TJ, what statement are you making with that?
The
t-shirt
statement
right there?
I'm making is Paul's ego, fat fuck.
Why
You're
does
hostile
a woman
today.
with an owl with owl eyes mean Paul's ego is a fat fuck?
Why are you so hostile to me and Paul today?
Yeah,
dude?
why? What do we do to you,
Like,
TJ?
He's mad at
Yeah,
us,
look at
dude.
him. He's tattooing himself with horrible epithets against us.
This is offensive, TJ. Fuck you, Paul and Scotty. What do we ever do, TJ? What
We didn't do anything
you?
to him, honestly.
I just don't know, TJ. I mean, is there some way we can reconcile? We can make it up to you. You know, maybe we can.
Yeah,
come
is
to
there
some...
something we can do?
Yeah.
Did we hurt your feelings, TJ?
I'm sorry, TJ.
Yeah, you hurt all three of them.
I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. Do you need some ice to make it better?
You know what I want?
or
You know what
maybe
I really want?
A bobo.
I want
TJ?
for Paul-
Band-Aid for your bobo.
I want for Paul to take that hat off of our number one, and I want him to sew it back together, and I want him to continue wearing it.
No. Fuck you.
Well, you asked what I wanted you to do to make amends, but, you know.
Amends? How did I offend you by destroying that horrible piece of Schneider memorabilia?
Because
back
you know
there?
what, Paul? I think that the reason you destroyed it is because you saw that it actually was appropriate for you in that moment, and you rejected that part
So,
of
but
yourself.
why are you personally offended by my rejection of my true form?
Because I want you to be the best Paul you can be.
That- you can't
I'm
be-
trying to
you can't
push
be
you to
offended
the
on my
next
behalf,
level.
TJ.
To the next level, Paul. You know, and you just reject that.
The next level is being Rob Schneider.
Yes, Paul. Ascend to the Schneider throne.
I don't want it then.
You can be the next you can do it guy,
I
Paul.
want to stay right here at this level.
You could be the opposite. You could be like the you can't do it. You know? That could be you, Paul.
This
that
is such
could
a
be
dark
you.
future you're weaving for me, TJ. I don't
It'll
like
be in
it.
future of Paul's life.
I'm the you can't do it guy.
Yeah, dude. Give it a shot.
You can't do it.
Ah! Ho, ho, ho! I felt
hit.
the electricity. I felt it. Did you
It's a
guys
hit.
feel it? Let us know if you felt it.
It's a hit.
Let us know.
I have goosebumps right now, dude.
So this is the first part of a two-part episode about the concept of excess.
I think we're all kind of. I'm familiar with excess, dude.
Excess?
Excess.
Food,
I'm not. Everything in moderation for me.
dude. I've always seen you like that, Paul.
Paul's always been very moderated in his behavior.
Yeah.
Never goes too far. Doesn't take things
Doesn't-
overboard.
TJ,
Steady, Paul.
Temperate.
I figured we'd read the definition of excessive, TJ.
All right.
Exceeding what is usual, proper, necessary, or normal. That's what
Cool.
excessive
See, I don't like
means.
this already. Who's to say what's fucking normal? The fucking normies?
Yeah.
So normal. Okay, so wait a minute. So you're excessive if you don't live like a normal? Mm-hmm. Fuck this definition.
So, I mean,
it already hates
well, there's
me.
already a flaw in this definition when you think about it, because like you would say people who are obese excessively eat, but it's so I mean, but is it normal to do that? But if everyone
In
does
America, it is.
Some
if
people
everyone
that
does
are
it-
obese are just like me, and they have a glandular problem.
oh, I see.
It has nothing to do
a glandular problem.
with what I
What,
eat.
what kind of particular glandular problem do you have, Paul? So we can better understand that.
Swollen mammary gland.
Well, I accept that response. It's funny.
What
What the hell?
Go ahead, Scotty.
So TJ, can you
Don't
pull
let
up the
Paul distract you, Scotty.
I mean, don't let me do
I know, it's fine.
Oops.
So have you guys ever heard the expression "as rich as Croesus"?
No.
You've ever heard that one?
No.
As rich as Croesus.
I've heard as rich as Trump.
Rich as Trump, rich as Bill Gates, rich as Jeff Bezos. But who the fuck
So this is
Croesus is?
This looks like ancient Paul being worshipped by ancient TJ, but actually fit TJ.
Yeah. Well, that's because I don't feed him well in the ancient times. I keep him hungry and lean.
Fit. Oh,
You're holding a flying saucer over my head, though. That's pretty cool.
I'm about to drop a big iron weight on your head for not tending to the fucking throne.
Yeah.
So TJ,
yeah.
the Greek historian Herodotus tells us that the Lydians were the first people to mint coins. So we're talking about wealth here.
Yeah,
Excess wealth.
wealth.
Although the exact date of this invention is in dispute, coins of electrum, a natural alloy of gold and silver, apparently came into use at the end of the 7th century BC. According to Herodotus, King Croesus, featured
Cool.
here,
Croesus.
ruled Lydia, which
Croesus.
is basically somewhere around Turkey.
Cool.
From 560 to 546 BC, was the first person to issue pure gold and silver coins.
Cool.
Actually, if you can pull it up now, I can actually. This is one.
You
of
got
it.
the coins?
Well, I don't have them personally, but this is what the coins
Whoa.
look like.
There's like a lion or something?
So, systemic exploitation of the region's rich mineral resources made in Sardis, which was at the time was a leading producer of gold in the Eastern Mediterranean from the 7th century roughly to mid 6th century BC, briefly lifting the kingdom to this world stage of economic and social history. At that time, though, they kind of caught the attention of the Persians and were basically conquered very shortly thereafter. But they did carry on with Croesus's.
Well, obviously,
kind of innovation.
coins continued because we do them to this day.
And they actually arose in a similar time in China and other places in the world. So This obviously
So
had
independently, they kind of came around.
Well,
to
the
it.
deal with coins before is a lot of these coins that were minted, like these could actually be trusted. Like a lot of these coins were not of comparable like quality, so a coin might be minted poorly.
Yeah, this coin looks like a piece of shit.
Well, this
Fuck you.
Fuck
This coin
that.
looks awesome.
Yeah, it's two
Nah.
lions, or
Dude,
something.
okay, you'd rather have a fucking quarter in your pocket than this giant lump of gold with a lion fighting
Well,
a bull?
obviously, I'd rather have the gold, but just because it's gold,
It's
I mean,
a
like,
lion fighting a bull on it, TJ.
yeah, but you know, it's all.
when have you ever...
It's all
what do you have
misshapen.
that's
It's like
cool?
shaped like a fucking potato.
It ain't shaped like a potato.
It's shaped like a fucking
It's shaped like a
potato.
lima
Dude,
bean.
you would want to carry this around, dude. You want a fucking lame just George Washington or a fucking penny? God, a penny?
I want a jingling pocket
I mean,
full of
honestly, I don't like coins in general, but
If I was gonna get a coin
if
like
I was gonna
this,
have a coin, I'd rather have a cool looking coin.
this is a fucking cool looking coin.
This coin
dude.
sucks dick.
It's made of fucking.
Quit sucking
pretty much
this
pure
coin's
gold.
big gold dick. I don't care
If I'm
what
gonna
it's
suck
made
any
of.
dick, it's gonna be a big gold dick, dude. Which like this one, dude. If I have to suck on each coin to get one, dude, I'll do it.
TJ's like that bull that this lion's about to fucking eat.
That bull's gonna fuck that lion up. He's gonna trample that.
You're a little
bitch.
lamb, TJ.
I ain't no
You're
lamb.
a fucking lamb.
I'm a lamb of God.
No, dude. And you know what, TJ? I'm a fucking lion. You're about to be my fucking dinner. Get on my fucking plate, bitch.
Hell nah.
Get on my fucking plate,
You a little
bitch.
faggot ass bitch.
We're actually gonna. Do you remember who this is, TJ?
Caligula.
Caligula. It's Caligula.
I love Caligula.
I felt good to
Doesn't
visit
that
him.
mean little boots or something?
It does.
That's so cute.
So you
Isn't he
guys-
adorable, Paul?
we
Wouldn't you just like to
we kind
give
of-
kiss Caligula
we kind of
a big
briefly
kiss on
covered
his
this.
face? Would you like to kiss Caligula's cheek, Paul?
No.
but this is a long
You
time
said you're
ago.
bisexual, Paul. You mean to tell me you don't think that that's an
Look, it's-
attractive
it's
man right
Caligula.
there?
You don't want to give him a little kiss?
What if he was played by Jude Law?
Okay, then yeah, I'd suck his dick.
Hell yeah. Paul just said he'd suck Caligula's dick, y'all. You heard it first.
Okay.
Go ahead, Sky. Tell us about Caligula. We did a whole episode on him, so, you
we're,
know.
we're really going to talk about the bridge to nowhere. His
Cool.
His little bullshit, which may or may not have existed. But
So he was like kind of the Sarah Palin of his time.
So Roman leader Caligula is well known for his brief stint as the Roman emperor from 37 AD through 41 AD. So
That's not very long.
Not very long. He didn't. Caligula didn't make it too long.
Yeah.
Some say
Poor
Caligula
Caligula.
displayed signs of madness during his reign. According to historical accounts, one of these displays of madness was Caligula's demand for the construction of a floating bridge across the Bay of Baia so that he could ride triumphantly across it. Some historians dispute the building of this bridge with differing accounts of exactly what happened during Caligula's reign as emperor. Of course, we may never know what happened.
So
We probably
like
won't.
many things with Caligula, we just don't know
Yeah.
what's true and what's like the exaggerations of his
Which
political
we covered
enemies.
further in this episode. But so, Baia was an integral port of Julius, the home port of the Western Imperial fleet of ancient Rome. So it's a very important port.
Portus Julius.
Yeah, Portus Julius. You're correct.
Yes, Portus. Stupid.
Dude, don't you come over there and fucking smack the shit out of you?
Maybe you do.
Fine.
Maybe you do,
All right.
Scotty. Maybe you fucking do.
All right, he's gonna smack him.
Hold on.
Fucking smack me then, bitch.
Don't. Don't do it. Don't do it. Ow.
The people love it.
Scotty's like
approve.
the Caligula of our show, dude. He's mean.
Caligula.
He's a mean
Well, then
guy.
you have 3 more years of me, dude.
He's a mean guy.
Before you and Paul have me killed.
That sounds cool. Paul, you want to kill Scotty sometime?
Let's let him build his bridge to nowhere and let
Yeah.
it get to like the middle of the lake,
Then
and then
kill
we'll
him.
push him in.
So basically, this was toward the end of the Roman Republic.
Nuh-uh.
But the city was known for its hedonistic temptations on offer for rumors of scandal and corruption. It is said that in 39 AD, construction of the bridge began. Caligula wanted a bridge that he could ride triumphantly across in his carriage. This idea alone seems to confirm Caligula may have been suffering from some form of madness, as it's hard to imagine any emperor doing this as being very fucking sane. So, according to the Roman historian Suetonius, which we talked about Suetonius a lot, he was kind of a gossiper, so, like we said, this takes...
You'll never believe what Caligula's doing now.
let's take this with a grain
Building
of
a
salt.
big fucking floating bridge to nowhere.
The bridge spanned more than 3 miles across the bay, from the town of Baia to the port of Petolio.
Petulio?
Petulio?
Pitoli?
I don't know.
Putiolo?
I don't know. I'm not even gonna fucking.
Putioli.
Pitioli!
Maybe. Well, they spoke Latin or Greek then.
Putioli.
Pontoons from pontoons from around the region were used to build the bridge with sand poured over them. Caligula then draped himself in a gold cloak, donned the breastplate of Alexander the Great,
Cool.
and crossed the bridge on his horse.
Sweet.
The bridge was constructed to contain resting points for pauses in Caligula's ride. That's 3 miles a long ride, of course. These resting points also contain drinkable water. Because, I mean, you might get thirsty on your long
you
ride.
might have to take a shit. You might want a grape or something. You know, you're hot from the day.
pretty badass.
Another bit of speculation, but of course it's ancient history, so we don't know. Some say Caligula did this in defiance of a prediction from Roman astrologer Thrasalis. These fucking ancient names.
Thrasylus.
That one
Thrasalis.
sounds like a sexually transmitted infection.
I'm sorry, so you have Thrasalis.
You have Thrasalis.
Oh, Jesus. No, not
You have
Thrasalis.
these pustules on your penis mean you have Thrasalis. You have 6
So
weeks to
supposedly
live.
Thrasalis predicted that Caligula had no more chance of becoming emperor than riding a horse across the the Gulf of Baia.
Well, showed him.
So maybe
Fuck
that,
you, Thrasalis, you
so
little
maybe
bitch.
that was why. Maybe we don't really
Thrasalis
know.
was the Mueller of his time.
I don't know. It just sounds
The
like
Mueller, dude.
the Mueller of his time. Oh, just can't let that die, huh, TJ?
Nope.
The Mueller.
So you guys
of
seen
his
the movie?
time, dude.
I'm sure you guys have seen this movie, but I'll ask you. You
Caligula.
guys have seen Gladiator, right?
Oh, yeah, I've seen
course.
Gladiator.
Remember our fucking friend Commodus from Gladiator, don't you?
Commodus.
Well, actually, you know what? Before we do that, actually, this part of Baia is now underwater.
Oh, cool. So this is where he rode to or from or whatever?
Yeah, so it's a little interesting aside, just some underwater pics. So I thought it was interesting when I looked up. It's like the sunken city. I was like, what the fuck?
Q.
So the part that's underwater, I just pulled it up.
So this would be like the bay he probably like if he did build
if
the
he did
bridge,
this is where he rode
it was like
across.
across this.
But like I said,
That's pretty cool.
It's due to volcanic activity and stuff in the region. Some of the land has gone into the sea.
Damn.
So
Cool.
this is kind of how we picture Commodus, and
That's not Commodus. That's Joaquin Phoenix.
It's probably my favorite role of his, honestly.
so remember Commodus in this movie. It's kind of an over-the-top character. I mean, he definitely plays the role of megalomaniacal
He
emperor.
likes incest.
Yeah, incestuous.
Isn't he trying to like fuck his sister? Or
Yes, definitely. Or that's heavily implied that he wants to marry.
Yeah.
Well, actually, not heavily implied at the end. He basically says he's going to marry him and bear his children. So no,
something? Cool.
It is said outright in the film.
Yeah, damn incesty ass Roman emperors.
Man.
So Lucius Aurelius Commodus, born in 161 AD, was appointed co-emperor by his father Marcus Aurelius in 177 AD. So he wasn't very old when he was appointed to be like kind of the co-emperor. So he's just 16 at the time. Writer Cassius Dio, which that sounds like you could even have that name now, describes the young heir as rather simple-minded.
Yeah.
But he ruled agreeably with his father and joined Marcus Aurelius in the Marcomannic Wars against the Germanic tribes along the Danube.
Danube.
The
yeah.
Danube.
Danube.
The Danube.
The Blue Danube.
Danube.
Which the emperor had been waging
Lube.
for war for several years. So in 180 AD, Marcus Aurelius dies. Commodus kind of really quickly is like, this is my dad's deal. I'm done. I'm ready to go back to Rome.
So he just made peace real quick with
quote-
the tribes and shit.
And he did this to, quote, enjoy the pleasures of the capital
Cool.
with the servile and profligate youths whom Marcus had banished, but soon regained their station influence about the emperor. So Commodus liked that kind of shit. He was about excess.
So his father Marcus Aurelius, he wrote I think a book called Meditations or something like that. And he was a very like stoic sort of like
philosopher king,
right?
kind of.
And you cannot be this way and don't fall to excess and shit. But obviously his son did not take any of that to heart. He's like, fuck that shit. Bring on the poontang. Bring on the spectacles.
He was back in the day. Bring on the poon, dude. Let the poon fly.
That old father-son conflict.
Make Rome debauched again.
So in 182 AD, Commodus' sister Lycilia organized an attempt on her brother's life. Sources diverge on the origins of the conspiracy, which that's not surprising. Some of the theories were Lycilia was jealous of Commodus' wife.
So she's the one who wanted the fucking dick.
She was the canary in the coal
The movie
mine.
lied to us.
So maybe she realized he was going crazy and he wasn't, he was bad for the empire or whatever. So basically what happens with that, just a short summary is two of the people who were senders and a lot of prominent people involved, they're executed. His sister, actually 1 year later, she wasn't executed immediately, but a year later she dies. This is where kind of Commodus starts going off the rails into excess. So we're going to talk about that more. So the emperor eventually decided to abandon the reins of the empire and chose to give himself up to the chariot racing, licentiousness, and perform scarcely any duties pertaining to his office. So,
Cool.
I mean, it's basically the Roman emperor just living a life of
Emperor
hedonist-
TJ, basically.
Yeah, of hedonistic pleasure. He appointed a series of his favorites
Fuck
to
the
manage
power,
the
I just want the
administration of the
privilege.
empire. Basically, who are all basically incompetent, cruel assholes who are just let the power go to their head instantly.
It says here, each of whom seemed crueler and more incompetent than the last. So it's like every time he picked a new one, it's like, let's see, what do you do for fun? I don't know.
People should have stuck to the first one.
But
they
if you're
got.
incompetent and cruel, what ends up happening to you? So, however, these favorites were not safe from his fury.
Oops.
First, Sextus
Tigidus
Tigis-
Perennis.
Yeah. Commodus put him to death after being convinced he was attempting to conspire against him. The second, a free man named Cleander,
Something like that.
he allowed to be torn apart by a mob who were outraged as the free man's abuses.
Damn.
So Commodus was a fucking asshole, dude. He didn't really care. He let excess and everything. The public's like, look, and obviously it was apparent what he was doing. He was putting these people up as they're making the decisions, and then of course when the public is displeased, he basically literally throws them to the mob to be torn apart.
I mean, just imagine how much that would go to your head, though, because this is Rome. So at the time, Rome was believed to be the center of the world. So he was like basically the emperor of the world.
Of the civilized world.
By right.
Well, as a lot of people viewed it, yes. And obviously with the topic of access, I mean, what better position to be in than be the emperor of the fucking empire and be able to do whatever you want, whenever you want.
Emperor of the most powerful society on the face of the
world
earth
had known
at the
that.
time. So,
Commodus wasn't satisfied with that. The emperor began to perform in the Colosseum itself, competing as a gladiator to the light of the crowds and the horror of the Senate, as depicted in the movie Gladiator.
he was not this pussy like he was in the movie. He actually went out there and fought and stuff as a gladiator because he just for fun.
But I mean, him being the emperor, I think.
Right.
Yeah, I think
So
we
you
can
think that-
infer that the fights
You think it was
were
like
probably,
a
The fights were-
WWE kind of
yes.
thing where
Yes.
it's
Oh, I
like,
definitely believe
and
that.
the emperor wins again.
Of course.
Nobody ever lands a blow on the emperor.
I mean, he's the leader of the fucking entire.
It said here he
empire.
would enter the arena in the garb of Mercury, and casting aside all his other garments, would begin his exhibition wearing only a tunic and an unshod. I don't know what an unshod
No,
is. but
he's wearing only a tunic and unshod. That means he has no
Okay.
shoes on.
unshod. I got you.
Yeah.
The megalomania of Commodus was not limited to the Colosseum. So superlatively mad, had the abandoned wretch become, that he renamed Rome Colonia Commodia.
Commodiana.
Yeah, sorry, these the ancient names throw me off.
The colony of Commodus,
So
basically.
he basically renamed Rome after himself. Changed the names of months to each reflect one of the many epitaphs which he bestowed upon himself.
Cool.
He declared himself to be the incarnation of the god Hercules and forced the Senate to recognize his divinity.
Cool.
Statues were erected of the emperor depicted as the mythological hero all over the city, including one made of solid gold weighing at nearly 1,000 pounds.
1,000-pound gold statue, dude. I want that statue. I want the statue, the 1,000-pound gold statue of Commodus as Hercules.
Oh, dude, that was broken up the minute he was.
I want to
fucking
find the
mad.
finest sculptor and have it remade, dude. Then I'll know I'm rich.
In one final act of madness, Commodus ordered the head of the Colossus of Nero to be replaced with his own and added the inscription, "The only left-handed fighter to conquer 12 times, as I recall the number, 1,000 men."
So he's 12,000 men.
Yeah.
So he conquered 12,000 men, even though he's left-handed. Pretty
Dude,
badass.
So, as we know, what goes up must come down, and unfortunately, things didn't end
Boo.
well for Commodus.
What? Come on.
I know, it's hard to believe.
Yeah, I know Russell Crowe killed
He
him.
seemed
That's
like
right.
he was a really good emperor. He seemed like he really was.
He seemed like he understood what he was supposed to do in the job, He
was having a
build
really good
golden
time.
statues of yourself and fucking talk about how great you are all the time and build, God.
So-
Just these jealous senators, man.
I
They're just
mean-
like so fucking mad that he's so cool.
Well, I mean, they were really they were extremely disgusted with him. I mean, so by 192 AD, the Roman people had had enough. They were just like,
Pussies.
we can't do this. Commodus was a greater curse to the Romans than any pestilence or any crime, and the city had descended into bankruptcy and chaos. A small group of conspirators, including the emperor's chamberlain and mistress Marcia, decided to kill him.
Wow,
first-
can't even trust his mistress.
I think that's how fucked up he was. The first attempt used poison meat. Of course, Commodus vomited it up.
So the poison meat didn't work.
So what basically ends up happening is they send an athlete, and while he was in the bath, he is strangled to death.
Man, they were really bad at assassinating people back then.
yeah, that was
Have some
I mean,
tainted
look,
meat.
What a clumsy series of fucking attempts at his life.
They got an athlete though to do it finally.
I guess.
Whatever that is. Like, what kind of athlete? I guess back then an athlete was just somebody that was generally good at games or whatever.
Yeah, I guess they just got some buff dude to go kill
Yeah.
Commodus.
Like, go in the bathhouse and strangle him. Yeah.
Schwarzenegger go kill Commodus.
Pretty much. So we have the next.
Oh, the 3 fattest rulers, dude.
Yeah, let's go ahead and just pull the.
Hell yeah, he don't look
Commodus.
fat. Oh, that's Commodus.
Oh, that's Commodus.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. That's the
Commodus.
bust I want made.
I didn't know we had multiple pictures.
Oh, sorry. Oh shit. Charles the Fat. Oh, what's Paul doing here?
Who is that?
Who's that?
I don't
This
recognize
is Charles
this guy.
the Fat.
This is
dude.
Charles the
he
Fat
ruled
here.
from 1881 to 1888.
Wow, he loved mac and cheese, I guess.
I don't know.
It looks delicious back there. Creamy.
So we actually
golden.
pull up the real picture of Charles the Fat, TJ.
Yeah, let me just go ahead and do that real quick. Actually, I think this one's the real one.
Oh, okay. This is the real one.
No, I guess this is Charles the Fat.
Whoa, he looks like me. Look at
Portly.
him.
He is fucking portly, dude.
He's fat and has a beard, therefore, basically, he's
Yep.
the twin of Paul.
So not many kings have the title Fat added to their names, but here I think it's pretty apt. So a series of fortuitous deaths and abdications in the late 870s, not 1870s, mind you, 870s, and early 1880s left Charles the rule of almost all of his grandfather Charlemagne's empire, encompassing most of modern-day France, Germany, and Italy. But Charles lacked the energy of his ancestors and namesake.
I wonder why.
Possibly due to his obesity, maybe.
Quiet.
During
That's
his
not
reign,
proven.
Arab pirates raided Italy with impunity, and Charles couldn't even be bothered to fight the Viking marauders in northwestern France. He found it much easier to pay them to go away instead.
Cool.
And while the dreaded moniker does have a certain ring to it, Charles wasn't the only French king of noble girth. Louis IV ruled 1108 to 1137, also in the appellation the Fat. So
The
he wasn't
Fat.
he wasn't the only fat, but he's kind of one of the more famous fats.
He's good. I like him.
Yeah, he looks pretty beefy, honestly. I mean, anytime they've got to drape you in a big cape or something to hide all your
We
rolls.
actually need George IV, TJ. So this is Farouk.
Okay, where's George? You pulled George twice.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. Or you pulled this guy twice.
Oh, damn. We'll just...
So you never pulled George IV. So we'll just,
Oh, you don't
we'll
have
just
him?
say he looks like Paul.
Okay. So George IV became king of England in 1820 after serving as Prince Regent while his father, George III, was alive but incompetent to rule. George III, obviously, if you guys don't know, was the same king who...
Was he a Spurg?
Well, no, he suffered... I don't know. I actually forget the exact details, but
Some kind of retard, right?
Sounds like he
Mental
suffered
illness.
from don't give a fuckatitis.
he had fucking mental... He actually had a form of mental illness. He was also the king who was when the American colonies were in rebellion.
No, I don't think so.
So, after serving as Prince Regent while his father George III was alive but incompetent to rule, apparently, though, the plush lifestyle of being defender of the faith provided him with, seems only to have whetted his appetite. Known as a gambler, drinker, and a laudanum addict, among other things, George enjoyed the dubious distinction of being far away the fattest king in English history.
Cool.
His favorite breakfast was 2 roasted pigeons, 3 beefsteaks, a
Yeah.
bottle of white wine, a glass of champagne, 2 glasses of port, 1 of brandy.
Sounds like he liked to drink more than eat.
After all, breakfast is the most...
All right, I gotta go find this guy since Scotty failed to pull the picture.
I did pull the picture. I don't know where the fuck you do.
No, I didn't do
Look, TJ,
shit.
fake news, dude. Fake
I
fucking
didn't do
news.
shit, you cocksucker.
I pulled fucking 2 images from him. I pulled a
No, you
caricature
didn't.
of him, and I pulled
No,
an
you did
official
not.
kind of royal portrait. But
No, you didn't.
he apparently became very obese later on in his life, and I wasn't able to find any sort of
Oh,
portraits.
okay, so wait, is it this one?
Let me see.
Is it this here?
Yes.
Well, you put him in the wrong order.
Oh, well, whatever, TJ.
You dumb
You
fuck.
probably moved the thing wrong.
And here's a caricature, I guess.
I mean, look, the other one, go back to the original one. Mm-hmm. This is obviously like a court painter, so...
Right.
you
So they're
notice his
probably
neck-
lying to his ass, too, you know?
He
Like,
still looks rather portly, but I mean, like, look, his neck is covered. It's all the neck flat ain't showing. His double chin is kind of... Because this is not unusual to see someone that's this clothed in this angle. So, I mean, I think they're doing the equivalent of MySpace angles, you know, in the 18th,
Yeah,
19th
just
century.
cover up all his big old. But the other king did that too. If you go back to that first one, dude, like look at they draped like a big rug over him and shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, they like throw like a big old bed sheet over him, and they're like, "All right, this will hide your bulgy ass rolls. We'll give you a beard, so nobody can see that big old swinging ass jiggly turkey neck you got down there.
Yeah.
Makes you look kingly, right?"
Oh, yeah. But then we're going to talk about this guy.
Farouk!
Farouk and Bradshaw.
Farouk looks like he doesn't give a fuck.
Oh, dude, he didn't give a fuck, dude.
Ruled from 1936 to 1952.
So Farouk was the last king of Egypt with any real power. He was crowned in 1936 and proceeded to live it up. He owned numerous palaces in Europe, hundreds of cars, thousands of horses. But financing the royal lifestyle turned out to be a bit of a problem, so Farouk turned Egypt into a bit of a kleptocracy. So basically just stole money from his own country. So he just lived on, like, the money that came into the treasury just was for Farouk's lifestyle.
Awesome.
He gained notoriety as a skilled pickpocket and was known to steal valuable items while on state visits to other countries.
So wait a minute. Even though he has all this money and wealth and shit, he's still just like a pickpocket who likes to like
And a fat
palm
pickpocket.
shit.
Pickpockets are usually thought of to being wiry and able to easily escape, into the alleyway or wherever they need to.
Well, apparently not in this instance.
Good pickpocket doesn't have to escape shit because that Mark never saw it happen.
Oh, that's true. And if you look at the other people,
Apparently
in
he
the shot,
stole. He pickpocketed Winston Churchill.
If you
That's
look at
pretty
the-
cool.
If you look at the other people too, I mean, like most of those other people are pretty skinny. Like Farouk is pretty much eating all the food here.
Dude, Farouk is huge. He's a big boy.
Yeah, everyone else here is pretty much emaciated. So.
He also stole the ceremonial sword from the Shah of Iran.
Cool.
Of course, in the end, he was overthrown by the military in a coup in 1952.
Boo.
But at the time which he died, in 1965, at the age of 45, after gorging himself at the table, he weighed over 300 pounds.
Sweet.
Neat.
So one of
He's
the,
a chunky one.
so we've had some very fat, and that was only the tip that I found plenty
Look at
of
those
other,
hairy ass shoulders too.
Well, I mean, he's Middle Eastern, so he's gonna be hairy, TJ.
So I found plenty of fucking fat rules, but I mean, I like this because Farouk actually had a nice fucking gut shot. I mean, he was still tucking his gut into his waistband there, but
Yeah, you know what? These other kings, they tried to hide their
he
fat
was
under
proud,
like
dude.
layers of bullshit.
He didn't give a
Farouk is
shit.
like, I don't give a fuck. I'm
I
the
like
king, bitch.
Farouk didn't give a fuck, dude.
I'm
That's-
fat as fuck and I'm proud.
Apparently, the CIA operation that helped overthrow him too was called like Operation Fat Fuck or something.
Really?
Yeah,
Awesome.
from the research. I was doing.
Operation Fat Fuck or something. Something like that.
Neat.
So far we've done excessive wealth, excessive weight. What about excessive winning, TJ?
Like Charlie Sheen.
We're gonna
I
cover
mean-
Trump now.
Oh no, dude. We're gonna,
Trump.
Well, look,
Trump,
TJ's gonna actually
Trump,
cover a
Trump,
lot of the
Trump.
later stuff.
I'm going to be... Scotty's doing the excesses of the past.
of the past.
I'm doing the excesses of the present.
Oh.
So Scotty's going to do this part, and then part 2 on Friday is going to be my part where I cover my shit and talk about how awesome I am.
How about TJ? And everyone knows this motherfucker, dude.
What?
Alexander the Great, dude.
No. No.
Why don't you pull his picture up?
No, I don't want to.
Or what will people think?
I don't
You know
want
why
to do it.
TJ doesn't want to pull up Alexander the Great's
Oh.
picture?
Because
Because TJ has an inferiority complex, and he knows that Alexander the Great,
Here.
he'll never be TJ the Great.
Don't
dude.
look that great to me.
And Alexander wept for there were no
Looks
lions
like
left to
a
conquer,
fucking puss bag.
TJ, the conqueror and king of Macedonia, Alexander the Great was born on July 20th, another July birthday. Might just add that, TJ. I'm also born in July. Coincidence? I think not. In the ancient Greek kingdom of Macedonia, during his leadership, from 336 to 323 BC, he united the Greek city-states, besides Sparta, and led the Corinthian League. He also became the king of Persia, Babylon, and Asia, created Macedonian colonies in the region. While considered the conquest of Carthage and Rome, Alexander died of malaria. We don't really know, but that's what historically.
Dude,
been
you
guessed.
said you don't. You said he don't look like shit, TJ. What are you the king of? He was the king of Persia, Babylon, Asia, and all of the Greek city-states.
Far as I'm concerned, Paul, you're the king of Babylon.
All right, TJ. All right, TJ. You want to hear some impressive shit? You want to hear some impressive?
I don't want to hear nothing impressive. You ain't impressing me,
So,
Scotty.
TJ, if you want to put the name "Great" to your name, dude, do this.
What I got to do?
All right, so
What I got to do?
got a few steps here for you.
All right, step 1.
In 15 years of conquest, so you can do longer than that, but
Okay.
15 years is minimum. Alexander never lost a battle, TJ.
I never lost a battle either.
Okay. We haven't fought any battles, so it's easy.
Right. So my record and Alexander's record the same. Lost record anyway. He's got more wins. I'll give him that.
He's
Okay,
got
TJ.
quite a few more wins.
So Alexander the Great's
We got the same
military
loss record,
tactics
though.
and strategies are still studied in military academies today, TJ. Obviously an idiot. From his first
Oh,
victory at age
so a bunch
18
of fucking jarhead military retards look at Alexander. He's the first one to think of flanking the enemy. Dude, pretty crazy. He thought of that. You know what? I'm not impressed by that. I ain't impressed by that, Scotty.
Well, whether you're impressed
All
or
he is a killer. He's a fucking mad dog killing piece of shit. Fuck him and fuck you for
TJ,
fucking...
Are you that jealous of him?
Fuck
He's
you
long
for
dead.
pretending.
Yeah, I
He's
told
long
you.
dead, TJ.
Yeah,
He
you know
hates-
what?
he hates
Alexander the
that
Great
guy.
was a fucking war criminal, and I'm tired of him being called great. You know what he should be called? Alexander, the murderous, barbarous, savage piece of useless human fucking
He was
shit.
called the Conqueror, TJ, and they kind of have all those connotations kind of go along with that.
You know what?
He wasn't
Yeah.
the guy-
That's what it's about.
So
with
you
TJ.
think it's
That's why
cool
this-
for someone to go around just murdering people, huh?
I don't think it's cool.
What if I
but
just go to
he
my
did it-
neighbor's house and say, I'm conquering
he
this
did-
house,
he
and I
did
just
it
kill
thou-
my neighbors?
He did it
Would I be
thousands of
great
years.
then?
He did
Would
it
I be
thousands
fucking
of
great,
years. He did
Scotty?
it thousands of years before you were fucking born, so it doesn't matter. It's already done. It's history. It's already written.
Maybe I'll
TJ.
stab you, Scotty. Maybe I'll come over there and stab you with a sword.
Oh, really? You're
Will
gonna
that
stab
make me great,
bitch?
Scotty?
You want to know what
All
it
right,
is?
TJ, come stab me, bitch.
You want to know what it is
Come
that,
stab me,
that
TJ.
actually bothers TJ?
What's that?
Yes, I would.
TJ, Alexander the what?
What?
What? TJ?
Alexander, what do they call him?
Alexander the barbarous,
Right,
No.
Alexander the Great.
cruel,
The
Because
great.
hideous,
all of
evil
these fucking
piece of garbage.
hundreds and hundreds of years since this dude died
Thousands.
and got buried, everybody still remembers him and talks about him as Alexander the Great.
Not me.
TJ.
Maybe
The
Alexander
Great.
the Grating.
Alexander the
No,
Great, TJ.
nah, Paul. Paul, nah.
TJ, the
Nah.
question mark. Alexander the Great.
The great.
TJ, the
Great. TJ the.
who knows, TJ?
TJ the. Who the fuck cares?
Alexander the Great is a piece of garbage.
So TJ, from his first victory at age 18. What were you doing at 18, TJ?
I don't know.
Jerking off
Besides
into a
being a
gym
high
sock.
school
Jerking
dropout.
off into a gym sock.
Sounds about right. Alexander gained a reputation of leading his men to battle with impressive speed, allowing smaller forces to reach and break enemy lines before his foes were even fucking ready, TJ.
Damn.
So after securing the kingdom of Greece in 334 BC, Alexander crossed into Asia, present-day Turkey, and where he won a series of battles with Persians under Darius III.
Darius.
Oh, Darius. Sorry,
the third,
TJ.
Scotty. That's actually that name is still even in use,
Oh,
Scotty.
well, I don't know, TJ.
You know what, Scotty?
Well, I'm not TJ the Great, so I guess I don't fucking know that, bitch.
You know what? I got a surprise for you guys. I think I can do it.
All right.
Oh, gross.
Damn, dude.
TJ the Great, bitch. You saw that. Oh, it smells bad, too.
TJ the Flatulent, dude.
Get a whiff of that, Paul.
Dude, it's TJ
Get a
the
whiff of
fucking
that.
Flatulent.
Get a whiff of that, Paul.
Fuck this, dude.
Oh, it's real bad. TJ the Great defeated his enemies with his flatulence powers.
Oh my god, dude, that was fucking disgusting.
Ah, so beautiful.
Still lingering, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fog cloud hanging out in here for a while, Paul. For a while. Who's not great now, bitch? Who's not great now?
You fucking suck. I'm gonna shit right in your face
Dude,
one of these
you
days.
know what, Paul? Let's fucking go have a fucking lunch of just as much fiber as possible one day before we come over here and just fucking load up like fiber fucking gummies and shit and just fucking rip fucking farts into TJ's fucking face all fucking day, dude.
I don't know. Light up that legal tobacco and knock this
Dude, I
fucking
think-
heavy ass stench out of the air.
The fuck, TJ?
Jesus
And
fucking
then
Christ.
methinks the air grew denser, perfumed by some unseen censor.
So, TJ, the centerpiece of Alexander's fighting force was a 15,000 strong Macedonian phalanx whose units were held off
Just
the
smelled my
sword-wielding
phalanx, bitch.
who held off the sword-wielding Persians with 20-foot-long pikes called sarisas.
I think
Sarisa.
TJ could have held off the fucking Persians with that
See?
fart.
That's
I
what
know.
I'm saying,
He
dude.
might be
Ah!
great.
TJ, they marched you out to the field just
You
like
can call me TJ the Flatulent if you want.
TJ the gaseous. Oh my god, man. TJ the bilious.
Yeah.
I love it, dude.
Hey, TJ, here's another thing you've never fucking done.
What's that?
Alexander, he named more than 70 cities after himself, and just even one after his horse, dude.
How many cities you got named after you? Where's Tjopia?
Where's Salvador-topia, dude?
Where's TJ City, dude?
Salvador?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I'm doing the
So I
modern
could name,
analog.
if I named a city after Salvador. Yeah,
Dude,
have you heard of El Salvador, bitch?
Yeah, dude, even your dog has a fucking city named after him.
Oh,
San
shit, dude.
Salvador, dude.
Yeah. El Salvador,
But
San
no-
Salvador.
Salvador's exceeded you.
Yeah.
No TJ Oklahoma.
I don't even want nothing. Like, I want a bunch of people to live in me. No.
You just want a bunch of people to have to smell your
You know what?
unseen sensor.
I'm
you
going to
nasty
name.
fuck.
You know what I'm going to name after myself? The Sun.
Oh yeah.
The Sun is now the TJ. Get
And just
used
so
to
you-
it.
And TJ, you might
It's-
just think, look,
You
know,
ain't the first.
No, I did it. It's
and TJ,
mine.
you might just like dismiss these cities like, look, these are ancient fucking cities. Doesn't matter. So the most famous of these cities, TJ, found at the mouth of the Nile in 331 BC, is Egypt's second largest city. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that, TJ? The second largest city in a modern day fucking city.
Egypt's
dude.
a shithole anyway.
Oh, it's just a shithole. Oh,
Egypt's a shell. Who cares?
that's your response. Oh, just
Who
a piece of
cares?
shit.
Who cares? Who gives a
Shitty
shit?
country.
Which is why we know that if Egypt came to TJ and was like, "Hey, we want to make you the king of Egypt and rename
Yeah.
Egypt Tjopia," you'd be like, "Huh, "That's a shithole."
Yeah, I would. I'd
No.
turn it down.
No, you wouldn't.
Turn it down on the spot.
TJ, you would take that quicker than a fucking rabbit gets fucked, and you know it.
Yeah, how about we play a little video here
Take it quicker than
showing
you take a
how
dick in your ass,
quickly,
Yeah,
bitch.
you
with
would.
such a clarity and speed, and how adept he was at just conquering lands, TJ. Naming cities after himself.
City after
Never
city
lost a battle in 15
falls to
fucking
the
years.
greatness of
see it.
Alexander the Mediocre. All right, let's learn about him.
This little mediocre. So
The
this,
conquest of Alexander the Mediocre.
of the great every month.
Becomes
Becomes king of a small little fucking city-state, TJ. Not much.
Not much.
Not really that much.
Practically nothing, really.
Oh. Oh, it just seems like... whoa, damn, he's going... whoa.
Ain't shit.
More and more and more.
Ain't shit. Ain't shit. Ain't shit. Still can't conquer that little red island there.
Oh, Egypt, how you doing?
Oh, hey, Asia, you're mine
Oh,
now.
man, more, TJ.
He lost a little there for a
Oh,
second.
Persia? Oh, everything. Oh,
Did he? Did he really though?
Yeah, just for a minute.
Oh yeah.
man, TJ.
He
For
did.
a tick.
He did,
For
TJ?
a few
For a
ticks of
tick?
the clock.
For a few ticks, he lost a little. Did he? Okay.
Man, TJ just keeps going.
I ain't impressed. You guys mean to tell me you're genuinely impressed by this? You guys are easily impressed.
The massive amount of land he conquered, TJ.
Then he died.
Yeah,
At the age of 32, I lived longer. Bitch. I'm already past that age.
Dude, by the time he was your age, he had conquered half of the known world.
Oh, no, he conquered half the known world. For what? No big deal. He conquered things. He's so good.
I don't know why you're so
He's
mad,
a pussy.
TJ.
Dude, what did
He's a pussy.
what did TJ do by the time he was 32? Fart into a mic
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
and could almost gas out everybody in the building.
You know what? If I fucking ever met Alexander the Great, I'd kick his fucking little
You know what,
fucking
TJ?
lily-livered ass.
And TJ attempted to fart, but instead it was a shart.
I'd
And
kick
and there
his
were no,
bitch
and there was no underwear
ass.
left to soil, dude.
TJ the
Fuck
shart.
you, dude.
Here's how it's gonna go. You're right. I would. I'd try to fart, but I'd shart, and then he'd laugh, and then he'd fall off a cliff laughing. And I'd go down in history
Okay.
as the
All
man who
hail
slew
TJ, king of
Alexander.
the shots.
That, you know what, dude? That's plausible, actually. TJ catches Alexander looking out over a cliff side, walks up. Hey, Alexander! Gets his fucking... TJ bends over and just browns out.
Dude, TJ fucking...
Browns out his tunic. And fucking Alexander just...
Right off the fucking edge of the cliff.
Off the
Oh, heavens, I've killed him. Dude,
TJ walks triumphantly into the camp with a load in his pants. His tunic swinging low.
Your god is dead now.
I
Dude,
killed
TJ
him.
I have killed him with the power of my shit.
Emperor Poopy Pants.
Don't bullshit aside.
All hail poopy pants! All hail poopy pants!
I think you told the story on DP, but I remember like TJ fucking had this epic fucking fart story where he fucking ripped a fart in some old
I did in that old bitch's
in
face.
some old bitch's face at a Bob Evans.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's actually is something to support that shit, dude.
I have weaponized farts on set.
TJ has
Yeah,
weapon.
that fucking fart was horrible.
You do not want to know.
Dude,
Dude, there's two people if they're taking a shit. I absolutely. I mean, I would just rather shit my pants and go in the bathroom after them. One is Stevie, and the other is TJ. Because I don't know what fucking inhabits their bowels, but it's the most foul-smelling bacteria imaginable.
let me tell you something. I told Paul about this earlier, Sky. I'm gonna tell you.
What a privilege.
The other day, Scotty, I was in the shower, right?
Oh, did you do it again, dude?
No, I didn't take a shit in the shower, but I had this.
What? Wait a minute. Hold on. Again?
Hold on, here, tell you that.
You shot the shower?
Well, okay, let me go back and tell that story first. Then I
He
guess.
did, dude. He shot the
So
shower.
I'm gonna have
You shit the shower.
shut up.
You don't know that one?
I've probably told him before. He's got a memory like Swiss cheese.
That's true.
That's true.
But yeah, I was in the shower. This is years ago. I'm in the shower. I feel a fart coming on, and sometimes like you can't trust a fart, right?
No, you can't.
Sometimes a little squirt of shit comes out. You never know.
It's all the time for you, but okay.
Scott, you remember the time we were with our dad and we were driving the movie theater, dude? I was telling Paul about that earlier.
This is getting like Inception-y. We're going
Okay.
deeper and deeper into shit and farts.
Into the fart. Okay, we won't. Let's.
Yeah, but the short version, our dad shit his pants.
Dad shit his pants on the way to the movie theater. And
Turn
we were
around.
driving back.
Turn around.
He's like, turn around.
Scott, turn around right now.
Why? We're almost there.
Turn around.
But we're almost there. Why the fuck we got to turn
around?
Why do we have to turn around?
I shit my pants. And then
great.
my dad was a very like stirred man. I'm like, all right, the whole thing. Like,
And we both laughed at him. He's like, don't laugh. Anyway, so I was in. So a few years after that, I was in the shower. It has nothing to do with anything. I was in the shower and I felt a fart coming on, and you don't really worry about it as much in the shower because even if it is a little Hershey squirt or whatever, it's like whatever, no big deal. It's in the shower. You just clean your ass out. But fucking in that single fart, an entire full length, full girth, full everything turd just shot out of my ass like a cannon, dude, and just plop. And it's like, what
the fuck, dude? How does a turd shit?
I don't know. It's never happened before or since.
It's never happened to me.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
I'll give a
Anyway.
protocol for your sharts, dude. You're all like, sometimes during the shower, some shit just shoots out. I'm like, I don't know. I don't.
I mean, that doesn't usually happen.
Paul, does that normally happen to you? I'm just trying to see if that's unique.
It was a one-time thing. It's never happened before or since. But anyway, so I was in the shower the other
Maybe
day.
the turd's a one-time thing.
Yeah, let's get up to the.
All right,
shut up.
fair
Let's get up
enough.
to the present.
Fair
Let's get up to
enough.
the present.
You
Okay.
shut up, TJ. Apologize to me immediately.
I'm sorry.
All right.
So I'm in the shower and I'm fucking showering and shit, and I felt this fart coming on. Right? No, I didn't. It wasn't even a shart. I was in the shower. I feel this fart coming on. I
TJ
let
shit
loose.
during the show too.
No, I did not. That was you guys' spin.
Oh,
There was no matter in that one.
Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Pause.
Wait a minute.
Can I hold? Let me
Full
do this
stop.
fucking
No, no,
story.
no.
Full stop.
Pause the story. Pause the story, TJ.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you really gonna claim
Yeah.
that you
We smelled it, dude.
Dude, not only did we smell it, how did we manipulate you into running out of the fucking room with your butt cheeks clamped together after you ripped that fart? Because that's what I do.
I was
every time
already
I
on
cut a
my
fart.
way out.
Oh, bullshit, dude.
I
You were
had
in the middle of a show.
We were doing a 24-hour show or some shit.
Yeah, you were like, hold on, I think I'm gonna fart. And you stood up and you
bullshit,
bent
TJ.
over and ripped a fart.
Right.
And then left the room faster than I've ever seen you move.
No, you're exaggerating.
Faster than like a cat.
I was already getting up to get a drink anyway. So anyway,
Well,
The
allegedly.
people know the truth. TJ.
whatever. So anyway, I was in the shower a few days ago, and I let loose a fucking fart, right? And
Never trust the fart, TJ.
there was no matter in it or anything like that.
Oh,
but the smell was hideous. Okay, it was like this is my immediate visual when I smelled it. I imagined a 3-week-old dead rat with rotten guts, and then I imagined that rat letting out a decaying rat corpse fart, and that's what it smelled like. And the only thing I could think is,
Fartception, dude.
I wish that anyone I knew was just here right now so I could make them suffer this fart. And the fart that I just let loose, Paul, that you got a whiff of, I know you did.
It's horrible.
It was probably like 1/100.
I can't even imagine.
As stinky as
That
the
can't
fart
be
in the
true.
shower. No, I swear
Oh,
to
no, dude,
fucking God.
water-
I
if you're in a
swear to
shower,
fucking God.
That's the thing about like even if you're like proud of your farts, man, do not fucking fart in the shower, dude. That will fucking backfire. So I've had that kind of shit happen to me too, dude. You're like, I'll just let one go, and it's like you're in a shower, and it's like, oh fuck.
I just don't fart.
Anyway, we can actually tie this into the show. It's the excess of farting.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now we're going to talk about Genghis Khan, right?
I love that
Genghis.
farts cause so
Genghis
many
Khan.
digressions on this.
Why the fuck is... You literally pulled the fucking goddamn...
the John Wayne?
The John Wayne portrayal of fucking Genghis Khan.
There's Genghis Khan here, dude.
Dude, have you ever seen that movie?
I've seen parts of it, but I haven't seen the
Have
whole
you
thing.
ever
I've seen
tried
it.
to watch the whole thing?
I've seen like the first 20 or 30 minutes of it.
It is a disaster.
It really is.
It's a fucking embarrassment to the universe. Okay, but anyway, so tell us about...
I had to pull it, dude. I mean, like, I already did the fake out with Paul.
What was this movie called? Like The Conqueror or something?
Something
or
like that.
Something stupid.
So, TJ, the man who would become the Great Khan of the Mongols was born along the banks of the Onon River sometime around 1162, and it was originally named...
Temujin.
I think that's right, Temujin.
There's a
which
T
means,
and a J in there.
Uh-oh.
He might have been TJ for short. You don't know. This is my boy right here.
which means of iron or blacksmith.
Cool.
I don't think that's what they were referring to, TJ. I don't think they were referring to you. I mean,
think they
iron, maybe if they said lead or something.
They're referring to my iron will.
Rust, maybe something like that. He didn't get the honorific name Genghis Khan.
That was Genghis. You just said.
yeah. Well, whatever.
Whatever. So when I do it, it's like Genghis actually, but then you fuck it up, and all of a sudden it's like whatever.
Well,
Who gives a
Of
shit?
course, that's not how things work. For
Nothing
most
is ever
people.
pronounced right on this show, and you guys should just accept that.
Just accept we're fucking. Well, at least me and TJ are horrible at
stupid.
it. I'm not going to say Paul is.
We stupid.
Paul's actually pretty good at that. When he
He's
was
better than
proclaimed-
us.
When he was proclaimed leader of the Mongols at a tribal meeting known as the Kurultai.
Kurultai?
The what?
Kurultai.
Kurultai.
Kurultai. Kurultai.
While Khan is a traditional title meaning leader or ruler, historians
Hmm.
are still unsure of the origins of Genghis. It may have meant ocean or just, but in context, it is usually translated as supreme ruler or universal ruler.
Cool.
I see.
So it's kind of an honorific title.
So it wasn't really a name so much as a title.
Don't some people spell it Dis-Chinggis?
Yeah, they do.
What is that about?
That's closer to like the actual Mongolian.
Chinggis.
Yep.
I've seen it spelled like literally D-I-S Chinggis.
Well, fuck that. The American way is better.
The reason I actually pulled this though is there is no definitive record of what he looked like. So if you pull up an
So he
actual-
might have looked exactly like
So
fucking
the common one,
John Wayne, for all we know.
it's unlikely but possible. So if you go to the next one, this is the common image that you'll see associated with.
So he looked like a fat old grandma with a beard?
Hey, Paul.
Dude, Genghis Khan would have fucking beat your ass.
So for such a prominent figure, very little is known about Genghis Khan's personal life or even his physical appearance. No contemporary
I
portraits
know he wanted to be immortal.
or sculptures of him have survived, and what little information historians do have is often contradictory or unreliable. So no one
Did you
knows.
know he wanted to be immortal? I know that much about him. He actually sent for like the greatest like doctor or wizard or whatever
or
the
alchemist
fuck
or yeah, or whatever.
in the lands to like come tell him the secret of immortality, but the guy like rode for fucking like months to get to him, and then just basically told him like, I don't know.
Well, the ancient fucking Chinese emperors, like the first emperor of China, was actually remember that fucking he was in that sarcophagus. And it's fucking filled to the brim with mercury and other heavy metals, which is somehow going to make you live forever. Which I don't know how that works, but whatever.
It works for me.
It works for you. Go ahead and try it.
I'm 742 years old.
Congratulations.
I've been drinking mercury every day.
That's your secret.
Yeah.
When they ask you, like they do the news interviews, like, "What's your secret?" You go, "Mercury."
Mercury.
Yeah, I drink mercury.
Just snap open a thermometer, suck it down like a Go-Gurt. It's good.
Well, most modern thermometers don't contain mercury anymore, TJ.
Well, the old ones do.
Okay, we'll go find some 1990s.
I'm gonna, and I did, and
All
I
right,
have.
You have? Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead and do it right now on the show.
Oh, yeah?
I'm out right now.
Oh,
I got a new
can't?
shipment coming in. Antique
okay.
thermometers. I buy them all the time.
Dude, this guy kind of looks like TJ to me now that I'm kind of having some. You remember
Teach
when,
Mujin, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what? I can see it because look, he has kind of the same nose,
he's
and
got the same mustache.
his brow line is the same.
Yeah.
like he's got that really flat brow.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
And he's got the
But-
same, like when you grow out your mustache long, he grows just like that.
it kind of makes sense though because 1 in 200 men are direct descendants of Genghis Khan.
Well, I think you might be an even more direct descendant. I
Yeah,
think you
maybe
might
I'm
be
Direct
to
lineage.
Genghis Khan, dude.
Of course, though, that really can't be
So,
because my DNA
yeah.
test says I'm 100% European.
0.5% of all men have the same carry the Y chromosome that
But I don't think we're ready for that
Okay,
yet.
as I understand, TJ,
Yeah. What's up, Paul?
you got your Scotty got a DNA test, but your brothers, so your DNA test
Pretty much
test
the
is
same. I mean, they said they could be slightly
there
different.
can be slight variances, but it's pretty much the same. So you kind of know from that. But let me ask you this: Did Segmento get a DNA test, TJ?
I don't know. I thought we didn't do Segmento anymore.
What do you mean? We don't?
I thought Segmento was a licensed DP character.
Oh.
That we can't
shit.
carry over to this property.
Well, I guess
too
I
bad.
just broke the law then.
All right. Well,
He's still attached to you, goddammit. Free Segmento!
Free him!
Greetings. It is I, you stupid plebs. You thought I was silence after the end of DP, but I'm here. I'm still here. Holy shit. He's still... Oh my god,
Still
man.
kicking, dude.
he's still got it, ladies and gentlemen.
I want to cry. It's been so long since we've seen our Lord and Master Segmento.
Damn it, he knocked a poster off the wall.
What an idiot.
Fucking Segmento.
God, Segmento really?
He's always drunk and abusive.
I know. That's why I rarely talk to him
You know what?
anymore.
Maybe we should just not have him back.
Are you satisfied with just an access of conquering and land, dude? How about an access of death, dude?
Cool.
I
know
like
what-
that. That's what
So-
I advocate for.
It says
Genghis was responsible for the deaths of as many as 40 million people, TJ.
Damn.
that's pretty bad ass.
Well, it's impossible to know for sure.
Even though
how-
I said the opposite about Alexander the Great.
Shut up, TJ.
Shut up. All right.
Well, it's impossible to know for sure how many.
I'm being
people
quiet now,
perished
Scotty. I'm
during the
done.
Mongol conquest.
I'm done, Scotty.
Many historians
just
put the
proceed on
number
now with the
at
show.
somewhere around 40 million. Censuses from the Middle Ages show the population of China plummeted by tens of millions during Khan's lifetime.
So
And
he fucked China up
Yes.
the ass.
And scholars estimate they may have killed 3/4 of modern-day Iran's population during the war with the Khwarizmid Empire.
yeah, probably something like that.
Something like
the
that.
Kermit the Frog
the
Empire
Kermit
or
the-
whatever the fuck.
All told, the Mongols' attack may have reduced the entire world's population by as much as 11%.
I want you to realize how badass the Mongolians are, though. Because let's just fucking take a look
Yeah, let's take a
at
look.
China and Mongolia here. Now, China's a big fucking country and shit, but let me just get this on a
The old
page by
Middle
itself.
Kingdom, dude.
So, like, we're talking like this little fucking sparsely populated region right
The
here.
steppe, dude.
Fucked China's shit up. And Mongolia is not even densely populated because there's like practically no resources there. They have to like drink horse blood and shit. Or at least at that time they did to
They're
survive.
traditionally nomadic.
Right. They didn't even have like, there was no big cities in Mongolia or anything. Not compared to China anyway.
Fuck no.
And
not
yet
compared to
those
China.
motherfuckers got together and they just went down to China and fucked its shit right up.
Yeah, it's true.
They killed 40 million motherfuckers.
Well, what about
Because they were real
Hold on,
OGs,
dude. You,
Paul.
You poo-pooed Alexander the Great. He came from a tiny little penis-sized fucking plot of land, the Greek fucking peninsula.
Macedonia.
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with Alexander the what now? Who is this?
And fucking managed to conquer way more than just China.
Oh, we're gonna see what fucking Genghis did and his ancestors did. So TJ, you would probably expect someone like fucking Genghis Khan to have a fucking monumental fucking grave, dude. Look, this dude conquered most of the fucking known.
I'm
world
gonna
in his
assume
life.
from this build up that he doesn't. He probably has a really humble
What
grave.
from this? Oh, a very humble grave. Actually, no one fucking knows.
No one even knows where he is.
No one even knows. So of all the enigmas surrounding,
You know why
Khan's
that is,
life-
Scotty?
Why is that, TJ?
Because Genghis Khan lives to this day.
Oh, shit. That's why TJ looks like him. He is
shit,
Genghis,
dude.
dude.
I
Holy
never
shit.
said it was me. I never said that.
Look at that face. Look at that mustache.
I
and
never
that beard.
I don't see any similarity between me and him.
So the legend of this is, his funeral procession slaughtered everyone they came in contact with
Sweet.
during the journey, and then repeatedly rode horses over the grave to help conceal it.
So he pretty much wanted to be buried in secret. And that's just because he wanted to fake his own death. He was tired of the pressures of ruling over an entire empire.
But wait a minute, though. So we still ain't found.
Nope.
No, we don't
To
know where
this
it is.
day.
Not to this day.
But how's that? Haven't they
Even though it
looked?
was 800 years ago.
They've looked, right?
Oh yeah, like most
I'm sure
people
they
would
have.
love to fucking find the gravesite.
That'd be like the archaeological find of the century or whatever. So we did one of we looked at Alexander the Great's conquest video. Now we're gonna look at Genghis Khan's or Genghis Khan or whatever
and
the
keep
fuck
in
his
mind,
name was.
That you have to pull the video up, Peter.
Yeah, I know. Keep in mind what, Scotty?
Keep in mind this is not Genghis Khan died. I think it was in 1227.
Okay, so he died. So it's gonna continue showing it afterwards or something.
So this is like so. Okay, so here's 1206. This is the start of it. And obviously, as you showed before, that was Mongolia. Now it's into China.
Sweet.
All within his lifetime still.
So that's pretty much what he did.
Well, we can just keep going for the sake of it, because this is his relatives, and this is basically the
So
time
the
he
momentum carried for a while, and they were able to continue his work. So, and see what he started.
Sick.
Jesus. Yeah, I mean, like, if you look over on the fucking western
China,
side of the map, he's knocking on the door of fucking Europe, the heartland.
China's pretty much.
But then he was repelled.
Well, yeah. Military technology.
Then it kind of split up into different factions.
Dude, the Golden Horde. That's a cool name of a faction in history.
We are the Golden Horde. Sounds like an orc horde or some shit.
I mean, you saw how vast the territory, even while he was alive, that he conquered and held. I mean,
I didn't see nothing.
That's insane.
That was pretty awesome.
And then going all the way to Europe, and eventually, then finally, they met defeat.
You know
and
what?
Of course, he was a notorious.
I ain't yet
fucker,
seen
dude.
one of them that painted the whole globe one color yet.
That has not happened yet.
That's
Hitler
what
tried.
I want.
We should look at Hitler sometime.
Let's look at Hitler, guys.
So 1 in 200 men direct descendants of Genghis Khan, dude.
Is that just because he just fucked so many
Yeah.
bitches?
So you know what? An excess of land, an excess of power, and fucking wealth. But how about an excess of his genetic fucking line being spread? I mean, yeah, not only all the women he had, like the fucking products.
Did they ever figure out how many women he must have fucking impregnated to do that?
I don't know.
I mean, it must have been thousands upon thousands.
I mean,
upon
like
thousands
he was
that-
betting a number.
In 2003, a groundbreaking historical genetics paper reported results which indicated that a substantial portion of men in the world are direct line descendants of Genghis Khan. By direct line, I mean they carry Y chromosomes, which seem to have come down from an individual who lived approximately 1,000 years ago. As Y chromosomes are only passed from father to son, that would mean that the Y is a record of one's patrilineage. Genghis Khan died 750 years ago, or there's like a little squiggly before that, so I don't know. So assuming 25 years per generation, you get about 30 men between the present and that period. In more quantitative terms, 10% of the men who reside within the borders of the Mongol Empire as it was at the death of Genghis Khan may carry his Y
vast.
chromosome. And so 0.5% of men in the world, about 16 million individuals alive today, do so. Since 2003, there have been other cases of super Y lineages. For example, the Manchu lineage and the Ui Neil lineage. I don't know who the fuck that is. The existence of these Y chromosomal lineages, which have burst upon the genetic landscape like explosive stars, sweeping aside all other variation before them, indicates a periodic winner-take-all dynamic in human genetics, more reminiscent of polygynous animals such as elephant seals. As we do not exhibit the sexual dimorphism, which is the norm in such organisms, it goes to show the plasticity of outcome due to the flexibility of human cultural forms. So what they're saying there basically is Genghis Khan, because he was such a conqueror, basically took all the pussy for himself.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And fathered countless children who went on to father countless more children who are now 10% of the population of Mongolia and
Yeah, and
0.5% of the population of the planet.
I mean, what a
globe.
boss, dude. Even though he's dead, he fucking lives on, dude.
Yeah,
the
dude.
spirit of Genghis lives deep
Dude,
within
his
them.
polywogs.
I wish they would tell us
were
how many
strong.
children he was likely to have fathered to create that ripple.
I mean, I don't even really know how they know for sure that he is the dude.
oh, he's the dude.
What if he had like a general or something that was just
Nope.
a real pussy hound?
Nope. It was him.
How do you know? How do you know?
We don't know for sure.
Because
don't
he
got
was
his body.
Genghis fucking Khan. That's how I know.
They don't got his body. They don't got his genetic material, right? They can't.
I'm stealing the
determination.
great
Dude,
from
I
Alexander and giving it to Genghis Khan the Great, dude.
The show's becoming way more progressive.
He's
TJ.
legit.
Take it from the white guy and give it to the
Yeah.
Asian guy.
I have an
Yeah.
alternate theory.
That fucking cracker doesn't deserve that shit.
What is your alternate theory, Paul?
Okay. Well, do you want to? I mean, most
Yeah,
people
I'm-
shut me down. Most people won't
No,
even let
we're-
me get through to the end of it. They
No.
call me a nut.
Go ahead. I'd like to hear your theory.
Around the time that Genghis Khan was conquering his way through Asia and westward towards Europe, there was a man named Silas Parky. And he was a Norwegian dude who was rape crazy. And I'm telling you, he started in Norway, worked his way east.
It's crazy, man.
Through the entire Mongol Empire, right behind all of the armies as they conquered.
Silas was there.
Silas was there.
Wow.
And his seed is that strong. Why? You've been lied to if you think it was Genghis Khan. In fact, I've heard through the long lineage of Silas, because you know me, I am descended.
I mean, clearly a direct descendant.
I've heard that Genghis Khan was a cuck. He didn't even like to fuck chicks. He liked to watch all his other generals bang chicks.
That is a shocking allegation.
That's what I heard.
Story. I mean, who did you hear this from? It's another one of those Indian.
My
princes?
great-grandfather Silas on his deathbed, okay?
On his deathbed. He
Yes.
confessed this.
Great-grandpappy Silas.
I mean, but now you're revealing this to the world, dude. I mean, he only saw it fit to tell you on his deathbed. Now you're telling
I've been
everyone.
talking about this since 1982, that fateful night when he shared it to me on his deathbed.
Well, when you were 2 years old.
I was 2. And since that day, I've been trying to get the word of Silas out there. Because
And no one believes
you
you,
think,
I'm sure.
you think that those numbers are good, Scotty? What if I were to tell you that Silas was directly descended to every man on this planet? That's how much fucking he got done.
I find that hard to believe.
That's how much fucking he got done.
I don't know, man. That sounds almost like he should have been there, like when humans were first established as a species. Like, you know, he's one of that formative early group.
How do you know he wasn't?
I guess I don't. I mean,
Let that bake your noodle.
I don't know what to say, man.
Let that bake
I
your
mean,
noodle.
this whole show is gonna be turned on its fucking head, dude.
You know that, like, they
I mean,
found
maybe
that
Genghis Khan was a fucking fraud.
they found that, like, whatever genetic Eve, Silas was the genetic Adam, dude. He plowed that first human vagina. He did.
I mean, Paul.
My grandpappy told me.
I mean,
Eve. He banged
But Paul
and knocked up Eve.
I think there's a slight problem with that.
In
Paul.
fact,
I don't think even if I buy into your story, Paul, I don't think you're a true descendant. And you want to know why?
I share his name.
How many? Well, how many kids have you reproduced? How many kids have you produced, Paul?
Well, that number's classified.
Oh, that's classified.
We children of Silas don't talk about how many
okay.
children we produce.
So you're saying,
in fact,
okay.
it's in modern times it's become
It's a
common
ruse,
for
dude.
us to
Paul's
pretend to be
infertile. Okay,
to be
Paul.
infertile. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, that's convenient, Paul.
Well, I mean,
I
it's-
demand a scientific test to even prove that, Paul. Because you know what? I'm starting to buy into your conspiracy.
I mean,
theories a little bit.
how many babies do you think I've fathered since telling a bunch of people
if
that
you're
I
like
was
Silas,
infertile?
probably 1,000 at least so
At
far.
least.
At least so far in your life. Mm-hmm. He pulls the fucking the Silas Parky fucking routine. He's in and out. He's gone into the night. Fake name. I'm sure there's probably a whole fucking guidebook. This is probably like some fucking demon hunter shit.
In
Paul.
fact, and this is crazy.
Handed down from father to son.
I didn't even want to say this, but even before Eve was made, Silas Parky fucked God and got God knocked up, and then God gave birth to Adam. That's how it happened. This whole like created him from sand shit was a whole snow job because Silas, he put the mac on God. God couldn't resist.
God was like,
no
damn.
woman could resist Silas's charms. He impregnated every woman he came in contact with.
It's pronounced Genghis, Paul.
Genghis.
Who cares?
Just so you know.
You mean that dude that was only the genetic father of 0.5% of the population? What about the other 99.95% of the population
quite a few
that
people.
Silas Parky fathered?
It would be 99.5, I think, but yeah.
That's what I said.
No, you said 99.95 or something.
Whatever I said, TJ, doesn't matter because it's lost to the annals.
Let me tell you something. Stylus or Silas.
Silas.
whatever the fuck his name
Stylus.
was.
You say my name right.
Your name. Wait a minute.
I don't believe in him.
You said it was your grandfather.
I don't believe.
This is getting fucking weird.
I'm a denialist. I'm a denialer.
What do you believe happened then?
What do I believe happened?
Do you have an alternate theory?
Yeah, dude. I have a fucking theory.
Okay, hit me
So,
with it.
Genghis Khan, dude.
Genghis. Oh, what?
Whatever, doesn't matter.
Dude, I have to go in there
Doesn't
and fucking
matter.
slap
Doesn't
the shit
matter.
out
So
of
let
you.
me tell you
Pretender.
something. Let me tell you something.
So-
So he was laying down on the ground one night. He's blue balled as fuck, right? And he couldn't fucking find no pussy. Because, you know, it was like He's in his encampment. He doesn't want to fuck one of his men in the ass again because he
tired
really
of that.
wants some pussy.
Tired of it.
Yeah.
But they've conquered the lands and they're on the road and shit. And so what he does is he starts jerking off, right? And his dick is like a fucking steel girder, you know, because he's Genghis fucking Khan, dude. And he's jerking it, jerking it, jerking it. And it's fucking was so built up in them balls that it shot up into the fucking stratosphere.
Into the heavens, dude.
Yeah, and he basically, even though he's a terrestrial, he basically panspermiaed the entire planet.
Wow.
So he nutted so
He
much.
nutted so much
that it
that particles of
impregnated every
semen
bitch on the
impregnated every woman on the face of the earth
Damn.
simultaneously.
Whoa, dude.
And this
That's crazy.
These are
0.5,
both compelling theories.
that's garbage. It's a garbage theory.
Skyless-
100%. 100% of human beings born 9 months after that, descendants.
That's crazy because I heard that Silas Parkey once saw a giant nut ascending from heaven and so whipped his tool out and jerked off and ricocheted that nut off into space and who knows where to the destiny of a cold frozen
man.
nut steroid.
I don't think you guys have enough fucking evidence.
I don't think
for either one
so.
of your theories.
That sounds like a wild theory, Paul.
I'm unconvinced.
Where's your evidence?
It's right here in the nut steroid.
Where is the evidence?
The
It's
the
nut
nut,
steroid
the nut
belt.
stream, dude? Look at the nut stream.
been kind of a weird episode.
What happened? Why are we
I don't know.
talking about this?
I don't know.
We're talking about
Who
an
did
excessive
this?
amount of semen.
It was probably Scotty. So Excess, that was Excess Part 1. Excess Part 2 is going to be coming at you Friday. You got to be a patron to see that. It's going to be more about modern Excess. So we're going to cover all kinds of kooky shit. You'll see. You'll see.
You'll find out what Silas Parkey's
See
up
you-
to in the modern times, dude.
See you patrons on Wednesday for the full Flash Fried. See everyone else on Thursday with the Flash Fried clips. And then see the patrons again on Friday with the Friday show, which will be Excess Part 2. So don't miss that. And remember, for every patron that signs up, for every 50 patrons that sign up in this month, that adds an hour on to our special show that we're going to be doing very soon.
I know we're at 7 hours, but I think we're nearly to 8 hours now.
Fuck me, man.
Show's getting longer.
8-hour
and
show.
longer.
And if you
Keep
want it to get
joining.
longer, keep on joining the Patreon. And of course, you get to see that Friday
And
show as
we
well.
just released another episode of Dank D&D.
Yeah, we got Dank D&D number 4 coming out. Abandoned Hope is coming out tonight, probably. So, yep. Check all that shit
Lot of
out.
shit
It's all
going
there
on.
on our Patreon. And also, we're going to be launching our archive site very, 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 very soon. Probably tomorrow, next day, something like that. So that's coming your way. All kinds of stuff going on. Now's the time to become a patron. Of course, any time is good to become a patron because we treat our patrons right.
That's right. God
True.
damn it.
It's definitely true.
Hell yeah. See you guys all those times I just said.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.